douchey posture. That's all. Hit all 3 simp marks. Right
I hit
there.
all the simp marks.
I'm getting your attention. I feel like I touched
Mike from PA is a leftist political streamer who's made a bit of a name for himself. Despite Mike being so unlikable and embarrassing, he has managed to carve out a pretty good little niche, that being the Hassan Abi waiting room. And if you aren't aware who Hassan is, he is the leading political streamer on Twitch, where he discusses leftist politics and shows off his hyper-consumerist celebrity lifestyle. And Mike has devised a tactic to stream at an earlier slot than Hassan, consistently use his name in his titles, and whenever Hassan comes online, Mike begs for his attention. So Mike's career is eternally in the shadow of someone greater than him, and that is quite an embarrassing existence. But all things considered, it's not the most shameful tactic to get a pretty decent following and make a good amount of money streaming. But unfortunately for Mike, that's not the most shameful thing that he's done during his career. In fact, he's had so many low points that I thought it would be fun to do a retrospective of sorts, where we showcase his most embarrassing and funny moments. So when Mike first started streaming, he presented himself as a pretty official guy that had actual political credentials. These being that after he graduated from law school, he tried to start his career as a Republican political candidate. And that's right, I didn't misspeak. This leftist Hassan simp was originally a Republican and switched sides to the Democrats so he could run for a place in the Pennsylvania House of Representatives against A. Simmons. That being because this Simmons character unseated Mike's Republican mother from this position, so he and his family seemingly have a grudge against this guy and were willing to break their political principles to try to get the seat back in their family name. I'd take a guess Mike didn't actually care that much about politics if he was willing to do this, and more wanted a cushy job as a career politician that is somewhat nepotistically grandfathered in from his family's previous positions. But there was a little hiccup in Mike's campaign, this being that Mike listed his occupation as lawyer when filing for running against Simmons. A claim was made that this filing was intentionally false, because Mike has never been a licensed attorney and never even passed the bar exam. And Mike's defense for this, that seemingly got him out of the hot water, was he believed that he was a lawyer because he had studied law and graduated from law school. Which to me rings insincere, because this guy, seeing that he does have a law degree, must understand the terminology of the word occupation. But he lost, the Simmons family reigned supreme, and Mike went on to work for the Majority Report with Sam Cedar. I don't really know anything about this show, so I don't have a lot to say about this, but it looks like it was a fairly good gig. So well done, Mike. But that brings us to Mike's online content creation career. And if we look back on his YouTube channel, we can see that Mike was cementing the place that he wanted to be. That being with his tongue firmly inserted in Hassan. The first thing I'd like to discuss about Mike is his love quest for the fellow streamer Bad Bunny. I'm not sure how these two met online, but let's take a look at Mike attempting to approach Bad Bunny in public.
That's fine. I think that's fine. So if a guy pays for my tab,
I think I'm getting your attention. I feel like I touched a vampire touching holy water.
can I help you?
I think they want to go in.
Okay.
With this footage being on the internet, if I was Mike, I'd be logging off, never to be seen online again. But credit to him, he had a little glow up and he kept on keeping on. And he also didn't give up trying to earn Bad Bunny's affection. And here is a good time to point out that Bad Bunny is a mean and abrasive person. And just with that bit of knowledge, you should be able to see that Mike's kicked puppy archetype isn't going to have chemistry with her.
Declare that this subject
I mean, you wouldn't be
highly
because you didn't pass the bar.
Highly prejudicial.
You wouldn't pass the bar, so you have to talk to a lawyer that did pass the bar, and then they can communicate this message. Let's give me one of those like I'm defending myself type people who's gonna fail, which I would love to see you do. That'd be fantastic. See you fail like that.
And you can see here, a lot of their relationship consisted of Bad Bunny absolutely trashing Mike for his perceived shortcomings.
So which is it? You're gonna fail as a failed lawyer, or you're gonna hire a lawyer because you're not a lawyer yourself?
So let's take a look at yet another awkward physical interaction between the pair. Here the pair are sat together, and we have Bad Bunny leaning into Mike's chest. And at this point we are unsure how much of a physical relationship the pair have established. But if we slow this down, you can see Bad Bunny bumping off the bone of Mike's shoulder and then leaning in further with her head. So this is taken as a good enough indicator for Mike to lean his head upon hers and reach his arm around her to create direct contact between his hand and her back. So let's see this play out.
Oh wait, did he ever finish his 1,000 subs? I will. What?
Can you hover hand me, please? Hover hand me, please.
No, I'm not hover hand. Get that out of here.
And that denial is rough, man. But if we slow this clip down, I believe this tells a bit of a different story. Okay, so we're back at the lean. And for a second here, Mike's feeling himself, you know, he's feeling pretty cool there. But Bad Bunny is now feeling uncomfortable, and through a non-verbal shake, a no-touch rule is established. Yet still, Bad Bunny makes two distinct moans of discomfort, indicating that off-camera, Mike is still touching her back. Mike then quickly realizes he shouldn't be, and showcases his hand hovering above Bad Bunny to indicate that he understands that there is now a no-touch agreement. But then inside of Mike's brain, there is a wicked thought of indulgence. Maybe, just maybe, I could get away with one more touch. And with such a tantalizing thought infecting his being, he goes in for the kill. Bad Bunny realizes that the no-touch rule isn't going to be followed, and she has to make a desperate plea for the hover hand technique to be used. But it was too late for Bad Bunny, because Mike's impulse control's been thrown out the window, and he's going in for the grab. And Mike's brain is now full of sick endorphins, from the act of unconsensually grabbing a woman that he has sat with. And for a split second he enters a crazed ecstasy, a feeling that Mike has probably never felt before. But fortunately for Bad Bunny and for the viewers, Mike realizes where he is and snaps out of it, pushing her away, as if he didn't just have some mental org by the simple act of touching a woman. But it doesn't end there. This is from the same trip. Not sure if it's pre or post grab, but Bad Bunny is sat in the same room as Mike, and she is ruthlessly trash talking him to her chat.
Okay, you think it's some sort of flirting? Okay, well, if that's flirting, he needs to stop it, 'cause that's annoying. Like, he's an idiot. He's an idiot.
And right off the bat, it's just so disrespectful to sit there and talk shit on this guy to your chat whilst he's in earshot. Clearly there's been some falling out, but this comes across as a crazy sociopathic thing to do from Bad Bunny. And after briefly discussing what they're going to do that day, Bad Bunny starts reading out criticisms from her chat at Mike.
It's not flirting, it's just a bad way to read what she is really trying to communicate. I say it's a lack of experience with different types of people. I agree that empathy is playing a role in the struggle, just saying. Perhaps, yeah. He's got super low emotional intelligence for whatever reason. That's what surprises me, because I didn't think he would have a low emotional intelligence.
For me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
It's rough, man. The way he says nothing back, but just, okay. It's just, oh, it's hard to watch. And it's interesting that Bad Bunny is actually the one that's mad here initially. And from some clips you're going to look at after this, she's basically this mad at Mike for standing near her and being lame. Which I know sounds insane, but for now just trust me, okay? But it leads to Bad Bunny saying to Mike that she doesn't think they can hang out anymore.
Really?
No, I don't think you're kidding.
You did really, and then you gave me this smile. Like it was so funny to you. Well, then your genuine reactions to things are really unlikable. Alright, well I just can't hang out with him then.
Sure, but like that's emotional differences that you have. You know what I mean?
Right.
You have to find ways to
I
reconcile
can hang
that.
out with him like over voice chat, but I can't hang out with him like too much more than that.
Okay. Well,
Mike then talks to the third guy. It's not particularly clear what he's talking about, but it does sound like he's just coping about the situation, because Bad Bunny immediately starts to ask him why he's talking the way he is and how it has any relevance to the situation at hand.
So what does that have to do with anything you just said with the car door stuff? And the thing about me is I'm not lukewarm with people. What does that have to do with what you were saying to Lucid?
And then she goes in for the kill and reads out from her chat, Mike's just dumb, bro.
Mike's just dumb, bro.
And that's what makes him snap.
This feels good.
oh my god. Yeah.
It just feels good.
What did you just do? Why is this couch now moved? Did you just hit the couch?
No, you just moved the couch back. I just nudged it.
And immediately he backs off. He can't even stand up for himself and just admit that he let some anger out. He can't admit to himself that he spent all this time courting one of the most narcissistic, rage-inducing people to exist. And it's just so sad to see. Bad Bunny clearly understands that Mike has no backbone, and she's just pushing him for fun. Mike is seemingly completely incapable of just calling her a bitch and walking away from it. I found some more footage from the trip they took together to add some context to why this all happened. And I'll give you a warning, this level of bullying is actually pretty hard to watch.
Mike is paying for all my drinks and meals and, what else? Ubers this weekend. So far, you've really done not pulled your weight at all. You got me a salad, like 2 donations or something to Humane Society to get drinks for me. So that was $10 whopping. And that's the only things you spent on me this weekend. He's an idiot. He's an actual idiot. Like, I was trying to get ready in like today, and he kept like standing in the bathroom blocking me. I'm like, can you move? He's like, I just want to hang out with you. Can you stop walking in my space? Okay, from now on, I need you to use one arm's length away from me. Put your arm out. If you can touch me, you're too close to me.
How do you survive?
Why are you yelling?
I have to be so far away now.
You're not even one arm's length away from me. Put your arm out. If you can touch me, you're too close. Funny, are you really tall or is Mike really short? It's a little of both. So he is kind of a manlet, as you can see, but I'm 5'6.5". He also, what's telling is he claims to be 5'9" in person. Stop. He claims to be 5'9" to people. On his license, it says he's 5'8", and in person, he's just 5'7". So like he's just constantly trying to like lie about his height.
I'm padding my height?
Yeah.
How about Taco Bell black bean burrito? Vegan food?
Fucking idiot. Anyways.
And they've got another clip to share here, but I'm unsure if this trip is what this clip is talking about, but it does add up, so let's take a listen to what Bad Bunny has to say about it.
I mean, everyone's allowed to slip up, though, okay? So I can appreciate that if Mike has learned his lesson and moved on from the problem.
What did he slip? Did he, I mean, was there a slip up? Like, where he messed up? Like, was there a mess up? It was more like a smattering of multiple mess ups that defined, like, more like 2 solid days of me pleading, please stop, that's bothering me, finally resulting in me unmodding him in my chat. And then he said, oh my god, she serious? Oh, 2 days later? That maybe I'm crossing her boundaries and making her feel uncomfortable?
And despite all this, Mike still had feelings for Bad Bunny. But unfortunately for Mike, the feelings unreciprocated, and Bad Bunny, whilst on stream, went looking for love in other places. And to my knowledge, this is some random guy, so I don't want to rip into him too hard. But when you're getting mogged by this guy, it's not going to feel good. But after Mike viewed this stream, he couldn't take it anymore. He got so upset with Bad Bunny that he ended up leaving her Discord. There's also this reasoning that people are upset with Bad Bunny because the guy was chuddy. But that just sounds like an insane cope.
I have no I'm not fighting with Mike, by the way, Lottie. The only issue I have with Mike is his reaction to me, which really, kind of is insane. I just can't believe, I don't know what comes over someone's mind that they cut out one of their best friends. Because you saw, I don't even know, I don't want to even go into it. To be fair, I didn't see the vibe of this guy, only the pics. I don't know how chuddy he was, haha. Why is Bunny held to such an insane high standards for a chat at a bar? That's the thing, I just talked to him at a bar. I didn't not that it matters, not that it's anyone else's business, but we're not like married. And even if we were, you, if you think that makes me no longer a leftist. What is the problem with a woman, let's say marrying or dating, let's say, a man who is a liberal? What is the problem with it? A liberal, by the way, who is not an outspoken liberal, but a person who's gonna vote for Bernie Sanders and just doesn't know a lot about politics. So now they have some very normie takes.
This is the state of leftist Twitch poll chatters. Someone that identifies as a liberal and supports Bernie Sanders is now too right-wing and chuddy to be associated with.
Because I think the answer is, it actually doesn't matter. It's actually illogical, and they're just purely jealous that also have a huge stick up their ass about how proud they are for being a leftist.
If Mike did talk about this on stream, unfortunately to my knowledge it's been lost to time. But judging from the Discord logs and from Bad Bunny's reaction, this was a big deal for their relationship. But it doesn't end there. Bad Bunny got into some hot water for berating her viewers for not donating enough to her stream.
How that results in 0 subs. There are regulars here. $5 a month.
This clip ended up going incredibly viral, and who came to her defense? Well, Mike did, and this led to a very embarrassing moment.
Because nobody else gets called out like this. No man gets called out for this. Women get called out for this. Women get called out for this. It's so blatantly obvious. And the reason why this is getting retweeted and liked so much is because she's an attractive woman who didn't act like a nice person, which is what makes sexually frustrated incels angry. Woman non-acting. Woman out of her place. Me mad.
The thing is,
Wow, this only has 980 views, and it's from Dr. Disrespect, one of the biggest streamers on the platform, and nobody cares! It's almost like you're sexist! It's almost like you've been exposed right now by me! Like, the reason why they're going after me, like, if I'm being boosted, it's because of my relation to Nicole and trying to say that I'm a white knight.
Mm-hmm. Again, pretty.
What does that even mean? What does white knight even mean exactly?
And unfortunately for Mike, this was when PewDiePie was a bit more of an edgy memer, and even he got some digs in on him.
My lesson. Learn my lesson, okay? Learn my lesson.
Well, of course they don't. Why the f would they? And then the simps come to the rescue.
She's an attractive woman.
Oh,
who didn't
for
act like a nice person.
sake! Did you say
Which is what
attractive?
makes sexually frustrated incels angry.
You notice the lack of eye contact, the lack of confidence, the slouchy posture. That's all. Hit all 3 simp marks right
I hit
there.
all the simp marks.
I'm getting your attention. I feel like I touched
And quite anticlimactically, the latest video I can find in the timeline of their relationship is titled Mike from PA, aka Central Committee, depressed after being turned down by Bad Bunny. This stream happened after everything we've seen so far, but I seemingly can't find much information about it. And all the video is just him sitting there watching political coverage, not saying much, looking really bummed out.
Ooh. This is going well. I'm having a good day already, stream chatters. I'm having a really great day. I'm just loving it. I'm just feeling great.
I can't bring myself to watch the entire thing. So why don't we look at a different embarrassing moment from Mike? The Project Veritas bait situation. So Project Veritas, they do these stunts and these ops in attempts to expose left-wing politicians and the like. And Mike was sleuthing around at some political event trying to get the attention of AOC. But a Project Veritas worker was also there, hoping to ambush AOC with some difficult questions. But let's let Mike explain the situation.
Mike didn't know this guy was with Project Veritas and introduced him to AOC? Wait, really? All right, it's fair to say that I gave the guy the opportunity to get in there because I was talking to AOC, and then I had told him in the elevator, after I'm done, you can try to swoop in for the photo. So I gave him advice on how to get this selfie because he lied to me.
And let's be clear here, this is Mike's post-Cope stream, trying to claim that he did nothing wrong, and he is just straight up admitting that he got tricked by this guy and helped him achieve his stunt.
Ask you about some commentary that you said about us. Charlie Chester from CNN. He investigated that. Turns out, actually to be...
And you can see here in the background of this Project Veritas video, Mike just cowering, looking so scared and ashamed of what he's done. Like the penny's dropped and he knows he's been tricked. So he could call him out, or he could try to ruin their shot to get back at them for lying to him. But no, he does nothing. He just stands there scared. Even Mike's idol Hassan Piker got in on this.
I love that video, dude. Mike from PA in the background going... Oh, it's so funny. It's such a beautiful video. Oh no, people are saying Mike from PV. Can we shift to when Fortnite was good? No.
Considering it's coming from Hassan's chat, I gotta say, Mike from PV is pretty good. And it's interesting because the way Mike talks behind the camera doesn't reflect how he acts in real life situations.
Well, no, I can win. I can win by being the alpha male, and he's the beta male, and I scream, shut the f*** up, I'm talking, and he stops talking, and I answer.
But when he's online, he is also incredibly insecure, highlighted by this next clip.
Politics is not entertainment, where you have a bunch of, like, different actors in the politics sphere that you like. Like, I like Bastiat. I like Destiny. I like Vaush. No, dipshit. That's not what politics is about, you stupid face. It's about trying to exercise power.
And I apologize for that one, especially with that voice he makes. It is incredibly tough to watch. But that was him freaking out because some randomer made a tier list and placed Mike, rightfully so, in the unbearable category. As we're chronologically going through Mike's career, you should notice a bit of a change in look from him. Now I'd say this last clip is probably his best look. Originally we had his goofy, clean-shaved politician look, which even horse enthusiast Vosh took some shots at him for.
You called him rat-faced. You're a little
Watch
loser,
out
man.
when you go to Pennsylvania. This mother might roll up, deck you out. Dude, you brought it up like 3 times.
Are you ready to talk substance yet?
Why would you keyboard warrior me and then complain that I'm making fun of you for it? What kind of beta shit is that? Just own the fact that you're like a cringe soy-faced dude who postures online and pretends to be an alpha male.
What? Alpha males aren't real, Vouch.
And then we have what hopefully is his final form, how he's looking currently. Where, let's be honest, he looks like he lives out the back of a van and stinks of hashish. I'm not saying go back to the clean-shaven look, God no, but somewhere there was a presentable Mike. And Mike these days, he's getting the viewers, that's for sure, but I don't think he's doing too good. I think the years of being alone, being ground down by your peers, living in the shadow of someone greater than you, really has taken its toll. But unfortunately, I don't think there's that much to discuss when it comes to his latest arc. One thing to note is he has had an ongoing beef with certified gooner Destiny, and considering everything that we've learned about Mike through this video, this comment is pretty funny to hear him make.
I dealt with kids like this all the time in high school, and as an adult, you have to at some point respond, but keeping it to saying shit about character and not physically is great. I mean, listen, all I'm saying is on site, you know, we all have different ways that we react. You know, so I would like him to come to TwitchCon and we'll see what happens.
And there is this now infamous image floating about of him smoking the shisha with Caseytron, really living his best life here. But unfortunately, I can't find any footage of where this screenshot's taken from. If anyone does have an archive of this stream, I'd be really happy to receive it. And as you'd expect from someone like Mike, he is endlessly rage tweeting into the void, hoping for some attention from somebody, when clearly he's only just making himself look angry and unapproachable to normal people. And that's about it. I don't think he's going to really do anything now apart from just angrily watch the news. So we're going to leave it there. I know there are far more embarrassing moments that Mike's had when it comes to his political debates. If you're looking for stuff like that, I'd recommend checking out his appearance on the Raj Royale that's on screen right now if you want to go down that rabbit hole. And if I missed out on any other funny bits of lore, please let me know in the comments. If you like this video, please leave a like. And if you please could subscribe to the channel, it would really help me out. Thank you for watching. And with that being said, I will see you in the next video.